I see Joy. Do I see Joyce? No, I don't. Someone else. Looks similar to a lady I know. This class is called Stretch and Relax. I'm Nia, by the way, and Amesti Nakamakyo. It's a combination of TMW, which is Tai Chi movement for well-being, yoga, some stretching and breathing. So a kind of nice, slow-paced 25-minute class to help you relax and open up and find space in your body and improve your posture and things like that. Okay. So the options are, it's entirely up to you. If you're comfortable with doing the class on the floor, you're very welcome to sit on the floor in a sort of cross-legged posture, or you know, legs can be wide, one leg can be forward, one leg can be back, whatever's comfortable for you, really. If you kind of like sitting on the floor as well, but you find that you tend to slump a little bit, so by slumping I mean doing this a little bit, okay, maybe there's tension, tightness in the lower back, then you can pop what I call a prop, a cushion, or you know, if you do happen to have like Pilates or yoga blocks in your home, then you can pop them underneath you, and they just help with lifting the hips a little bit, so that you have more space in your lower back, so it helps you to sit up tall. So you know, if the floor is something you'd like to play with, you know, please feel free to do that now. Otherwise, if you want to stay seated, so I'm going to be jumping from sit to from floor to chair a little bit in the class. So seated on your chair, if it chops off my head, as long as you can hear me, it doesn't really matter. Either sort of bum shuffle towards the front edge of your chair. I'll just turn my chair around. So you're sitting up nice and tall, but in quite a relaxed fashion. So not rigid like a sergeant major, but nice and tall, nice and relaxed. In either seated or seated chair or floor. Okay. If you find that you do need the support of the chair, then you know it's okay to be back here, but every now and again try to use your body to hold you upright, as opposed to resting back in the chair and then maybe not having as good posture. So for this sort of just 20-25 minutes, try and sort of work on sitting up nice and tall in a nice noble spine, but again still in a nice relaxed fashion. Okay, so whether you're on the floor, whether you're on your chair, we're going to start with just gently rubbing our hands. So these 20-25 minutes are to nourish, to bring a sense of calm, to connect to our breath, connect to breathing, connect into our body. And rubbing, creating some heat between the hands, some energy, and then placing your hands over your face, but leaving like a little gap for you to, you know, so you don't feel like you're completely pressing on your nose, and just allowing the face to melt into your hands as you inhale and as you exhale. You can close your eyes in this position, allowing the tension of your face just to melt into your hands. Allowing your forehead to relax. Allowing your eyes to rest and your jawbone, your jaw to relax. And then you can keep the eyes closed if you prefer, and come back to rubbing the hands. Check in with your noble spine, so sitting up nice and tall. And then again, just gently place the hands over the face. You know, giving yourself space to breathe though. And then you can allow the neck to just gently melt forwards and allow your face to relax into your hands. Keep enjoying that moment of relaxation as I talk you through, again, just relaxing the forehead, relaxing your eyes, almost like your face is a mask and you're allowing the mask to just rest in your hands. Start connecting to your breathing, so draw your attention to your breathing. And then gently release your hand and just start to sort of take a forefinger or a middle finger and just sweep your hands across your eyebrows. Deepening your inhale, lengthening out your exhale. Eyes are closed if you want to, if it feels comfortable, so that you're tuning into your body and how you feel today. Inhaling and exhaling. And then we're just gently tapping the forehead. Just gentle tapping. And taking that tapping up and over our sort of around the head. So starting with the forehead, tapping, and then taking it up and over your head. Again, just connecting to the skull, connecting to your head area. How does it feel today? Make the tapping so that it kind of feels good for you. So if you've got a headache or there's some tension and it feels like it needs just lots of kind of soothing kind of taps, then go nice and gentle. Just tapping around. And then a little squeeze on the ears. And just gently working around the ears. And taking the forefingers or the middle fingers up around the backs of the ears. And again, sweeping the fingers sort of up and around the backs of the ears. And then a little bit of just gentle massage, self-massage to the back of your neck. And up. And then take your left hand, support it in your right hand, spread the fingers, and take it over to your right side. And then just some gentle tapping up and down these muscles here. And if there's tension and you like a firmer tapping, then make it a little bit stronger. And then gently release that arm down, keeping the head in a sort of side neck release position. Taking the hands down by your side or supported on your chair, and just gently feel into that neck release stretch. Thinking about sinking this shoulder creating space in the area between the shoulder and the head. And if you feel like you've completely forgotten about your breathing, just take a few breaths in here, tuning back into your breath. And almost visualize that you're breathing right into this area of tension. Then take your left hand, place it underneath your left cheek, and gently support your head back up. Lovely. Take your right arm, place it in your left hand, and let's do some tapping. Connect with this area. How does it feel today? Still tuning into breathing. If it's comfortable, try breathing in through your nose and exhaling through your nose. If that's something that doesn't feel good for you, or or comfortable or restrictive, then breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And release your arms. See how that area feels. Keeping the head over to the side. Take your hand down wherever feels comfortable. And just, adjust as you feel needs be for your body. Thinking about sitting up tall through your noble spine, from your sit bones, the sort of bony part that you sit on in your bum area. So nice and long, strong through your spine. Open chest, relax in the shoulders. And then gently take your right hand, place it under your right cheek and support your head back up. Excellent. Just give those shoulders a little roll. I'm trying to see, but I can't quite, or I'm not sure, I can't see everybody anyway, but so if you're on the floor, we're going to do some windscreen wiper, hip opening type stretches just to kind of release the legs from maybe just a seated chair position or on the floor. So if you're on the floor with me, I'm just going to show you the floor and then I'll show you how to do this on the chair. So we're literally going from a cross-legged position or whatever position you're in. Hands come behind me for a little bit of support and I'm taking my legs from one side to the other. Now I'm doing exactly the same thing on my chair. You're going to lose sight of my head, but it doesn't matter. And I'm just dropping my foot, my knee in towards sort of between the middle of the legs of the chair and then my other. And I call this sort of windscreen wipering. This is a great mobility exercise for the hips, especially, at the moment whilst I think sedentary lifestyle is a little bit more forced upon us. And we might be spending lots more time at a computer. I know I certainly am, even though I'm teaching lots of classes. So that nice kind of movement at your own pace. Nice sort of little hip opener. Okay, then I'm going to show you the next movement on the chair. So I'm just going to adjust my screen again. Apologies for the adjustment. You don't have to do this so much with some laptops, but this particular laptop I do. Okay, so if you're on the floor, again, sitting in whatever comfortable position you want, but the next move is with wide legs. If you're sitting on your chair, keep your knees bent, feet firmly on the floor. Side bend, taking one hand down by the side, taking the other arm up. Big breath in. Extend that arm. Feel like you're lengthening up through your midriff, through your center, and then gently take it over into a side bend. Now, this isn't a forced side bend, meaning, I'm not forcing myself into how far can I go. It's not about that. It's about creating space. I'm going to do it here because I think you can see my arm better. So coming over And then in this position, what tends to happen quite often is you start to cave in. So we're going to keep lifted and gently over we go. So we're working on opening up through the chest, through the shoulder joint, and into the side body as well, side waist area. If you're on the floor, keep your legs active. So flex the feet. Push again into the sit bones. Tune into your breathing. Relax the opposing shoulder. If it's uptight, let it go, relax. Maybe let your head go as well if it's comfortable. Then we're going to bring the arm back. The head is kind of going to stay where it is, and we're going into chest opener. So we bring the arm back just gently behind us slightly to open up across the chest. And we feel that stretch through the chest. And also, again, it's starting to get into sort of neck area and all these muscles that can get quite tight. And you might find, again, it varies for different people, but you might find you want to put your hands closer towards the floor. You might find it works better for you higher up and a little bit further back. So play with it. We're all individual in the way we move. So just play with finding what feels nice for you. Then relax that arm down and gently come up. Lovely. Big breath in, extend the other arm up. Exhale and lengthen over. And again, just adjust as you're breathing in and exhaling through the stretch. Adjust the positioning to help you feel like you're lifting up and creating space and nourishment into that area. And even though we're stretching the arm, the movement's coming all the way up the body. So sitting strong through your sit bones, strong through your center, up through the chest, lengthening. And then big breath in. Inhale, exhale, bring the arm back, hold the head gently in position, and then kind of play with where you want to allow that arm to go back behind you, or maybe further down towards the floor. And adjust your head position as well if it feels like, oh, I've just found a sweet spot. So find your sweet spot, and and hold that stretch and breathe into that stretch and enjoy that stretch. Relax the hand down on the floor. If you want the assist from the other hand to lift your head back up, then please feel free. Lovely. Let's just roll those shoulders again. Okay, for those of you who are on the floor, let's come onto our knees. For those of you seated, you can stay seated. So again, just so you can see me in case you're on the floor, I've come onto my knees here. Now this is great flexibility for the ankles, for the feet. If it's not so comfortable, you can tuck your toes under and sit back in that position. Okay, so again, play with that. If it's not for you, then stay seated, and we're working into our twist and our chest open. So in this position, whether you're seated on the chair exactly like you have been doing, or taking the hands behind you gently, or holding around the back of the chair, and we're working on opening the chest. If you can link your hands together, interlace your fingers, point your index finger down to the floor, and then nice big breath in and extend. Lovely. If you're holding the chair, it's exactly the same thing, or even hands behind you gently. So as far as you feel comfortable, relax the shoulders, open up the chest. Oh, and enjoy that lovely feeling of creating space in those muscles that become tight when we spend lots of time sort of sitting and especially doing any kind of screen work. And then roll the shoulders. Have a break whenever you want to from holding these stretches, okay? Lovely, one more time. Take the hands behind you, lengthen, squeeze. If you've got the flexibility, squeeze the palms of the hands together, melt the shoulders down. Feel like you're creating space between your ears and your shoulders. And you know, exactly the same thing if you're sitting on a chair. Holding around the back of the chair. That's tricky, you can't see me. So holding around the back of the chair and lengthening. Or maybe if you can't reach the chair, just, you know, taking it to wherever you feel is comfortable. And then roll your shoulders. Just ease out of that. Lovely. Going into twist. So creating a nice internal twist in the body. So again, sitting on your chair. If you're on the floor, you can bring your legs in front of you, nice and long, and then bend one knee up. And I'll demonstrate shortly, but we'll get you into this twist first. So we inhale, take one arm up. We exhale, we start to twist the body gently, looking around behind us, and then we place the hand down on that side. The other hand is behind you. And again, this isn't about wrenching, pushing, forcing, you know, how far can I look around behind me? It's none of that. It's working within your comfortable range of movement, within your kind of natural range of movement, and just helping to gradually increase your flexibility. I'm feeling that twist coming right up through the sit bones again, that are rooted underneath you and from your lower spine all the way up, sitting tall in your noble spine. Lovely. Then bring it back to face front. Take the other hand behind you gently. Big breath in, extend up. Exhale and gently twist, take the hand round. We'll do that one more time on each side and I'll show you on the floor. So if you're on the floor, one knee is bent, one leg is extended. One hand is behind you, the same hand as the knee that is bent. We're lifting up, lengthening, and then we exhale. With this one in particular, we can then hook our elbow onto the knee. Sitting up tall, we can slouch a little bit, try to sit up tall into that nice twist position. And again, connect to your breath. Feel for a lifting. If you feel all squished and cramped in this area, just take your leg a little bit further away. Give yourself that space if you need to. If it's not comfortable with the elbow hooked on the knee, then you can hold with the hand and work on the twist. Lovely. And then relax, bring it back, change sides. One more time on the other side. Nice big breath in, lifting up, other hand behind you. Extend up, strong and connected through the feet. So both feet are on the floor, one foot's on the floor, the rest of the leg is active. And then gentle twist. Hooking the elbow on the outside of the thigh. Feeling that internal twist growing from your sit bones, from your lower back, all the way up your noble spine, sitting up nice and tall. Enjoying creating space. And as you breathe into the movement and hold and keep breathing for anything up to 8 breaths with these stretches, slowly but surely you start to feel where you can gently move and create more space. Lovely. Bringing it back, coming back to a seated position, either like myself or on your chair or any other kind of comfortable floor position. Take the hands into like cupping the fingers, interlacing the fingers, but then do it behind you. Then use this as a rake. Rake your back up and down. So again, another fantastic, stretchy, lovely movement. Open up chest muscles. Get the shoulders moving. If you've been sat working at a computer for, you know, half an hour, pepper it in throughout your day, raking up and down. If you've got lower back problems, you know, or just sort of feeling tension or a little bit achy, this is a nice one to do as well. Circling, creating heat around the lower back and the sacrum and the coccyx. And then the other way. And then we're going to finish off with a hip opening stretch. So if you're on the floor, comfortable to get into a lunge position, this is the lunge position, okay? And think about tucking the tailbone under. If you're on your chair, I'm going to show you now, again, my head will get cut off, but it doesn't matter. On my chair, I shuffle myself over to one side and I melt one leg down. So I'm sitting on the edge of the chair, I've got the support of the chair, and I'm getting that lovely hip opener stretch here. If you're seated and you want to make this a little bit stronger, you can lift your arms up above your head. Don't have me in completely. So lifting the arms, I'm just literally lifting my arms straight up. And again, if you've got the flexibility, you can unhook your toes and then you can sink into your lunge. With arms up, with arms down, whatever feels comfortable for you. When you take the arms up, when you're seated in the chair doing this position, it definitely helps to feel, well, with either a nice big strong stretch through the hip, a deeper stretch. Okay, and release, and then gently shuffle your bums over to the other side and finish off in lunge on the other side. I think we're running out of time, folks. Let's have a quick look at my clock. Oh yeah, we're all right. We've got about 3 minutes. So nice big stretch here. Sink into it a little further if you're on the floor and you have the flexibility and it's comfortable for you. Connect to your breathing. If you've kind of stopped breathing or you're not breathing, smoothly connected breath, bring it back in. Lovely, bring back down. Whether you're on your chair, whether you're on the floor, sitting comfortably. Ooh. Take a big breath in. Extend the arms up, bring the palms of the hands together. Turn the palms of the hands, so I'm turning the hands this way. Turn the palms of the hands so they face away and you get a lovely sort of twisty feeling through the wrists and the forearm. And exhale, bring the arms down. Breath in. Breathe it all in. Exhale. Roll the shoulders. Shake out those hands. Make a fist, spread the fingers, make a fist, spread the fingers. One more time. Shake them out again. Let them go, shake out your shoulders. Give everything a bit of a shimmy. And if you're sitting on your chair, you tap your feet and just patter your feet quickly. It's like a bit of a massage for the calf muscle and things. Patter your feet. If you're on the floor like me, then we can just kind of lift up and down, and it's quite a nice little stretch for the legs as well. And roll again. One big breath in to finish. Oh, exhale. If you want to make big sighing sounds, let it all go, let it out. And relax. And give yourself a well-earned clap. That's all we've got time for. Diolch yn fawr.